Hey everyone, welcome to IXL Day. We are going to finish our diagnostic today. This is Mrs. McDermott, by the way. And so we are going to work on getting a score in for just the diagnostic. Some of you are already done with that. Some of you have a ways to go. Some of you haven't even stepped into the arena. So we're going to work on that today, and then we're going to I'm going to give you a little information on how we're going to use IXL for the rest of the year. So the first thing we need everybody to do is get a good diagnostic grade. So on on Wednesday, you're going to get 8 points in the grade book. Okay? If you have not completed a diagnostic yet, you will not get your 8 points. And there is no going back and making up your diagnostics. So we are assigning it today. We are expecting that you use your English time at home or in school today to finish the IXL diagnostic. Okay, all the directions for how to get into the diagnostic are on the lesson page. Okay, so I want to show you first. This is a student who has completed IXL diagnostic. Okay, you know that the person has completed it because there are 4 colors present and there are 4 stars at the end of each color. That's how you know the stars. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have the color. So you want lavender, limey, this lovely melon color. It's not melancholy, it's melon color. And then this ocean blue. And you want to make sure that you have a score and a star at the end of each of your rays. Okay, that's how you know that you're done. You will get 2 points for each color and each star. Okay, so once you get a color and a star at the end, that's your 2 points. All right, so this student is going to earn 0 points because the student hasn't even started. Okay, the student has not stepped into the arena on the diagnostic. There are no colors on the student's grid, and that's no good. Okay, this student actually has a start, okay, but there are no stars, okay? There are no stars. There is just one color, this lime color. So the student has answered a few vocabulary questions, but they're going to have to put some time in to make sure the other colorful rays and stars show up. This student is still going to earn a 0 because even though this student has a color, you need a ray with a star to earn your 2 points. Okay, I just changed that on the PowerPoint if you didn't notice. Very tricky. Okay, so that's how you're going to get scored. So after the diagnostic is complete, and you get your 8 points for the diagnostic, then we are going to start assigning a weekly IXL day for you. So it depends on when you're at home. It'll either be a Thursday or a Friday that you're working on IXL, and then you will be working on the assigned task or the assigned standard that we want you to work on, and it will usually coincide. We'll try to have it coincide with something that we're talking about in class. That won't always necessarily be the case, but they're always going to be the language arts stuff. It's never going to be math. Please. All right, so you're going to work on it, and every week you will have the opportunity to earn 8 out of 8 points. Okay, so every Friday at 11:59 p.m., your IXL assignment is due. Okay, we will be putting grades in on Wednesdays. So you work on it either Thursday or Friday. You work to get your points. By Friday at 11:59, it's due. On Wednesdays, we're going to be putting in those scores. So technically, you have until the next Wednesday to get it done. But here's the thing. We're giving you those extra days because we are not allowing late points on IXL. Okay? If you don't do your weekly work, then you don't get your weekly points. So you can't make up and do 3 weeks of IXL in 1 week and say like, oh, I forgot to do it. I didn't do it. That's not going to work. We can't go back and chase work for you on IXL. IXL doesn't work that way. So you need to make sure that you're doing your weekly work. That's why it's a weekly point. Okay. No lates accepted for IXL. All right. So if it's not done by that Wednesday, it's a 0 and it stays a 0 in the grade book. It's not even a missing, it's a 0 because you didn't do your weekly work, okay? This is how you're going to earn your points for IXL, all right? So you are going to, if you want an 8 out of 8 and 100%, you're going to work on IXL on the strand that we've given you, or the standard that we've given you. You're going to work until you get an 80 to 100 SMART score. All right, so once you get that 80 to 100, you've earned your 8 out of 8, you can stop. If you work a little bit and you find out that you have a 62 SMART score and you're like, I'm done, I don't care, great. We will check that score and you'll get a 6 out of 8, okay? So all of you can work for what you want, and it might take a little longer, right? You might have to work a little longer to get your 8 out of 8 or your 80 to 100 SMART score, but that's good for you, right? Because you can always keep working and keep trying to get your 8 out of 8. And if you don't, and you're fine with a 7 out of 8 or a 6 out of 8, you can stop whenever you get those SMART scores that fall into this range, all right? So our first daily or weekly IXL assignment is going to be assigned next week. So before next week, remember, we want your diagnostics done. We want these 4 colors and 4 stars at the end. All right. This is your time now to log into IXL, use the directions in the lesson, in the notebook lesson, use the directions, log in, and get to work. Okay. This is your time. You need to use it. I've given IXL time in class, and some of you still haven't even some of you have this, even though we've done it 2 days in class for a little bit of time. I don't know what you were doing. What were you doing? I don't know. I'm so confused, but it's a crazy year, right? It's COVID, so we're giving you another chance. Get to work on your IXL. Off you go.